The way that you think about others is exactly how you think about yourself, okay? Let me say that one more time. The way that you think about others, the way you judge others, the way you see others is exactly how you think about yourself. The reason why we judge others is because we are consistently picking up on things that we either know about, have learned, or literally feel within ourselves. You know the saying, everyone and everything is a mirror? It's true. Everyone is a mirror. Everything that gets picked up in your reality, whether you like it or you dislike it, is a reflection of you, your thoughts, your conditions, your limits, your abundance, where you can be, how great you are. It's all a reflection. You know what hardly ever comes into my reality? Astronauts. I don't hear about astronauts. I really don't. While Elon Musk is building SpaceX, I don't hear much about it. Whether I am watching the news, whether I am looking on my phone, I'm scrolling on YouTube, astronauts, space don't really pop up. Astrology will. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll know the astrological like movements and what's going on with the alignments and things of that sort. Like, I know those will pop up, but astronauts never pop up for me, right? A scientist will pop up for me. But for some reason, an astronaut or someone that is actively studying space doesn't pop up for me. And you want to know why? It's just not on my radar. I'm good on Earth. I'm just not worried about space, right? I'm just not worried about space. Even in school, when I was learning about the planets and what they was doing and stuff like that, I was like, that's good for Jupiter. Like, I love that for her. You know what I mean? Like, I think Mars is cool as fuck. Like, this is cool. But I personally am never checking for space. And so, therefore, I don't really deal with much space stuff. It doesn't pop up for me. Never met an astronaut. I've never even met somebody who wanted to be an astronaut. I don't meet people who study space. I'm not connected to that in any way. And if space in any way, shape, or form shows up on TV, online, or something, I miss it. Or some way, somehow, that happens to be when I'm on my phone too, so I don't even realize that that's what's happening. In a time, right, when I'm scrolling on Netflix and looking for a movie to watch and something about space pops up, I either miss it, skip it, or I don't even think about pressing it. And you want to know why? Because it's not on my radar. It's not on my radar, which means I'm neutral about it, which means it's not really in my reality. I just personally don't care for space like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not that intrigued by space right now. But you know what does pop up in my reality a lot? Things about love. I'll see couples left and right, all types of couples, right? I'll see a lot of content around God, the Bible. I'll see a lot of tarot content. I'll see a lot of astrology content. I'll see a lot of content around the things that I'm studying. I'll also see around a lot of things, I'll meet people that are really connected to exes, old friends, family members, right? And a lot of people that are connected to the kind of people I want in my life, what I'm dreaming about, what I'm envisioning, right? And when you sit down and you really pay attention to your life, you'll start to understand that everything literally is a mirror. And so I did something where I tried a day of pure love. Everything that I respond out of love. And I said, okay, instead of judging, because I can be judgmental. I might not be the, harshest judgmental person, but we judge all the time. We look at somebody, we decide whether or not it's safe to talk to them or not. We look at a situation and we think that's crazy, right? That we're natural judgers. That's how we survive, right? So I decided I'm only going to judge through love, right? Everything that happens, whether it happens to me, whether it's happening around me, I'm going to come from a place of love. And so it was a great day, but for the first time in a while, I had someone come on one of my videos and was like, you need Jesus. Why did they say that? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? Had nothing to do with my video, but I need Jesus. That's what this person said. And when I first seen it, right, when I first seen the notification, because I'm already in the energy and the state of love, I'm excited because I love connecting with subscribers and I love connecting with people on here, or when people have a question on one of my videos. It's really cool. So I'm like, oh, a new comment, cool. And when I look, it's "You need Jesus." And I'm like, right? And the first initial body reaction that I had was just a level of, a little bit of confusion, a little bit of like, okay, right? My energy got instantly defensive because it's just like, why'd you come on my stuff to say that? Right? Because that it didn't sound like someone that's like, saying it out of love. It sounded like someone that's judging me. And so therefore I responded to that in a judgmental way. I did something. I said to myself, I said, okay, pull back, right? Instead of feeling defensive, instead of worrying about the person, let's just remember that God literally gives me a message through everyone and everything. So if this person in this moment is coming in and they're saying you need Jesus, what else could that mean other than, ooh, they're coming for me on one of my videos? Instead of feeling all the negative feelings, what else could this person be doing? Because they're clearly working in my favor. It has to be. Couldn't be anything else. Today's too good of a day. And even on bad days, I see how it all works out. So there's no way that this is a problem. So what exactly is happening here? And being able to turn all of that defense into curiosity, I got really curious and I discovered, I said, oh, I have been praying to God about a project that I'm working on consistently. And in my prayer, I remember that day, I specifically prayed to God. And I was just like, please show me what I need to do next. What's the thing? I took a nap, I woke up, and I woke up to that comment. You need Jesus. And so I started thinking to myself, I said, this person's telling me I need Jesus. Yesterday, I came connected to a, what is it called? Jehovah's Witness. That was like, do you want to come to church with me on Sunday? I'm like, they're telling me something. This is a message. This is a synchronicity. This is a mirror. And I felt inside like I wanted to connect more. I wanted to pull back from the work scene. And I simply just want to connect. So I spent the next day in meditation. I spent the next day in prayer. I was connecting with the sun, with nature. I really just made it about going within, like deeply within. And literally, I found answers. I felt great. I connected with God like crazy. Me and Jesus had a good talk, right? I connected with my archangels. I went in. And it really did help. It really did change the game. Look, the sun coming out because it's like, yes, preach, Bree, right? It did change the game for me. I did shift my entire energy and understand that message right there is speaking. While I'm over here recording videos and putting in effort and doing everything that I can and planning and plotting and things of that sort, God answered me through this person by literally coming on one of the projects I'm working on, YouTube, and said, hey, you need Jesus. And I could look at that and I could judge that because, yes, inside of me, there's a part of me that's already judging me for the work that I'm doing, and I'm not necessarily in prayer mode. I'm already in a position where I'm thinking to myself, I need to find a way to get through this hard time. I need to find a way to get through this hard thing, right? Because the project that I'm talking about, there's a hump here. There's a little bit of a hump, okay? It's a learning curve. I'm not used to it. You see what I'm saying? When you're not used to something, you start to judge yourself and you come at yourself. And I was coming at myself. And so therefore, I received a message that looked like it was coming at me. But when I moved it to love, when I decided that it was love, I stopped looking at it from a defensive place. I stopped judging the person who said it to me. I didn't even respond to it. I had no negative feelings towards it whatsoever. I said thank you and I moved on. Not to them, but to the universe. Thank you for that message. And I moved on. The next day, I got a beautiful message. The point of this story is it's all a mirror. It is all a mirror. And there are worse things that happen, worse things that take place, right? There are people that throw things at you that you don't see coming, that make you feel really worse, embarrassed, in pain, et cetera, et cetera. But the truth of the matter is, it is all a reflection. And when we come from a place of love, when we come from a place of truth, when we can look at ourselves and see the truth of what's going on inside, we'll understand the world around us. We may not fully understand why people do what they do, but we will understand why certain things are in our life, why we're seeing certain things again and again and again. And when you realize that you have that kind of power, when you realize that that power is within you, that you have that great connection to God and you have that great connection to your divine team as a whole, and that life is working with you and for you, you'll start to understand there's really nothing to get defensive about, nothing to judge negatively, nothing to come at, because you can turn everything around to make sense to you. You could turn your energy around to truly align with what you want, and you can genuinely call in the things that you want. Since that day, I did turn my energy around. I've been connecting to God, really trusting the process, and my project's been moving along, right? It's pretty cool. And it's something I've just never done before. And it's not even that deep. The project itself, it's not that deep, but I'm hard on myself. And since I'm hard on myself when I start new things, I experience that through other people. People are either hard on me or things kind of come in a little harsher than I would like. And I'm going to get mad at them. But that anger is geared and moved in the wrong direction. I'm really just mad at me because I'm talking to myself a certain way that I just don't deserve. I'm going through a learning curve, and it's okay to go through a learning curve, but I'm not giving myself that kind of love. And so therefore, I'm not receiving it. Your judgments that you're making of others, the things that you're seeing in your life, everything you're experiencing, yeah, that got everything to do with what's going on inside, whether you want to see that or not. And you can tell me anything that's happening in your life right now, and I promise you, it will look like it is so disconnected from you, but it's not. It is so incredibly connected to you. And I could connect it to your childhood. I could connect it to the fact that you are in a position that you don't want to be. I could connect it down to your conditions, but you can too. You can connect these things when and if you truly want to. So when you're asking yourself the question, why do I keep receiving this type of treatment? Why am I experiencing these types of things? Or you catch that every couple that comes in front of you, you're judging them. Or every person that comes around you and says something a certain way, you're automatically defensive, automatically thinking that they're coming at you. It's speaking to you about you some way, somehow. And there's power in seeing life that way. There is power in understanding that life really is your best friend. Life loves you. And if that is crazy for you to really piece together, and that's crazy for you to actually believe, that's saying a lot about you too. It's letting you know that you don't even believe that life could love you like that. You don't even believe that that could be true. And that's a problem, boo bop, because it's true and you need to believe it. So I'm going to leave that right there. Okay. Until next time, you know I'm sending you love. But check your judgments because they're coming from within, not from outside of you.